as you guys know, I've given you guys a small glimpse. There you go. That's the Rossi we know and love. Rossi fine. No, but hear me out. Am I wrong? Am I wrong in saying that?
The 2024-25 season sees the start of an exciting new era for the UEFA Champions League, UEFA Europa.
Stream looking at an acne-riddled bald goblin out here hollering my name when last year I spent more money on spilt liquor in bars from one side of this world to the other than Malta's GDP. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing.
Happy it happened. And question. Or do I watch the whole thing before I ask it? Question. I have a question. Can I ask it? Yep. In order for this to make sense, watch it. In order to make this super exciting, this is a W, by the way. The only people that will say this is a loss or an L are the same traditionalist merchants who, if it was down to these guys, would still be playing with no offsides and the goalkeeper catching the ball from a back pass. But I have a question. In order to make this exciting, you have to make the seeding matter. By that I mean, but maybe that could be manipulated. Hear me out. In order to make it matter, what does the team that finish 1 get over the team that finish 8? They have to have something. The same thing, more importantly, the team finishes 9 and 24. If these are going to play against each other, I don't want to see no Champions League draw. I want to see 9th versus 24th. However, I have a concern. What if, let's say hypothetically, the team in 24th, let's say, is Leverkusen, and the team in 9th is a shock, let's say Girona. Leverkusen are better than Girona. So then like you'd want to face this team, not that team. That can be manipulated, no? Is that how it's going to be? 9 faces 24, 23, 10, 11, 22, blah, blah, blah. Is that how it's going to be? Or will there be a draw every single time? It's all about the money. Maybe. But it's a more exciting. No. It's a draw. That's a bit dead. That's a little bit dead. Because that means that like once you feel like you're going to be in this list, then you may not even care and you can't get here. The draw makes it dead. It's not a draw. It's 9 and 16 face 17 and 24. Oh, but then it's still a draw. I think it shouldn't be a draw. I think a draw kind of limits it. Overall, this is most definitely a W. And I'll explain why it's most definitely a W. It's what happens here in particular. With a group stage, it's simply way too luck dependent. We've seen teams go out in the past in group stages. For example, I'll jog back you guys' memory because maybe you guys are a little bit too young. But I'll jog back you guys' memory. No. I'll jog back you guys' memory where you had the likes of Napoli who got eliminated despite finishing on 9 points. The likes of Inter who got eliminated despite finishing on 8 points. Further back, there's been teams that have been eliminated with 12 points. I think Napoli themselves were one of those. Manchester City, back in 2012 or 11, got eliminated with 12 points or 10 points. So this reduces all of that, which is a big W. Really quickly, I mean, I don't. W layout, W. Listen, what I think needs to happen, right? I think this is a necessity. Is that the Serie A, La Liga, and the Premier League, halftime in the Inter game, are reduced to 18 teams. The gap is simply too big. Simply too big. Between the team in 20th and the team in first. Too big. That will also mean less games. And to replace those games, now hear me out. To replace those games, we have all-star matches in January. Now hear me out on this. You want to talk about coefficient spots. Don't make it like the NBA All-Star game, which is completely meaningless and the players don't give a shit, right? You want to know what I'll do? The best team from each league in January plays in a tournament against each other, All-Star 11, and they play for the coefficient spots. You can also spice it up if you want. You can make it like North Europe versus South Europe, East Europe versus West Europe. I would rather watch that than watch fucking Arsenal play against Sheffield United. With all due respect to Sheffield United, that is, obviously. And yet again, I revolutionize football. Because let me tell you something, come close. The fact that we never got to see Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi on the same team is a disgrace. It's a disgrace. It's a crime. There's no harm. Why could we not have seen that? Why not? It's a crime.